Hello everyone and welcome to my reaction to Kengan Omega chapter 185. This week's chapter is titled Shuhari. I have no idea what that is, so I guess we're going to find out. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'd like to try and hit at least 100 likes on this week's reaction. And the next big subscriber goal for the channel is hitting 10,000, so definitely be sure to do that if you haven't already. Let's get right into this week's chapter. So we have the clash against Razor's Edge and the Hammer of Burma. And again, I think the reason Rihito's fingers didn't break, the reason there was a clang for some reason, even though Rihito's cutting power is due to his grip strength and not his fingers being hard, is because of Kawan-style partial training. That's the reason I can think of. So, they're both blown back. Shit, that's hard. He countered my Razor's Edge with his forehead. How tough are this guy's bones anyway? Pretty tough. Oh, Saw gets back up to his fighting position. They're not broken. Those are some tough fingers you got, Rihito. I gotta avoid a headbutt, whatever it takes. That means I can't afford to get too close. Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this! Let's turn up the heat on this punch-out! Sapeng's slowly closing the distance. Meanwhile, Rihito's standing tall, waiting for him. This is somewhat unexpected. In the last exchange, Rihito was trying to bring the fight to the ground. That would be unthinkable considering Rihito's fighting style. While it was ultimately unsuccessful, it feels like his range of tactics is becoming broader. I see. Now that you mention it, I couldn't picture Rihito doing ground grappling at all before. Razor's Edge with ground grappling, I feel like that would be fucking lethal. He's probably also doing that because he lost in ground grappling to Falcon, and that was a weakness of his. That cost him the match. You know, other than being poisoned. He's getting more power. Oh! Ooh. Rihito goes to a low kick. He kicks and kicks and kicks, but Sapeng's rushing in without even bothering to guard. Of course, Sapeng. This is it. This is what we call a headlong rush. This is Sapeng's style. It's all about getting up in his opponent's grill. He throws a right straight, which Rihito grabs, and it looks like he is digging Razor's Edge in between Saw's knuckles. Yeah! Ooh, he throws a low kick. I think it hits Rihito in the stomach. Yeah! I'm on fire! Hands bleeding. We have a 22-page chapter already? Doing a bit of an eyebrow raise at that one. I mean, I'm not going to complain about getting a longer chapter. I could theoretically see this being a short fight, but I hope it's not. Or, you know, not like super short. Give me at least one more chapter. That didn't cut deep enough. Son of a bitch isn't giving me a chance for a good slice. Wow, he's tough. That front kick landed square on him and everything. Rihito's really improved over the past 2 years. You think so? I didn't even notice in the first round because it was a stomp. Something's not right here. What exactly? Not right? Maybe it's just my imagination. He's really improved on a technical level, like you said. But it feels... How can I put it? Like he's letting his techniques control him. That's an interesting flaw for him to have. He's not just letting himself kind of do whatever. That's what he needed to learn how to do. That's what he kind of did during the fight with Falcon. But he needs to remember to just make his own decisions based on the situation. He shouldn't be limiting his mind. That's something that'll hold him back. His techniques. Now that he mentions it, Rihito's attacks seem a little more disjointed today. I mean, there's no doubt he's stronger than he was before. There's something wrong. It's called Shuhari. Shuhari. Is that a ninja art? No. It's an acronym for the stages of martial arts mastery. Obey, digress, transcend. And it's not a ninja art. I imagine it's an acronym for Japanese. Yeah. At the first stage, you must obey your master's teachings. At the next stage, you digress from said teachings and incorporate other teachings. Ichiro is still at the digression stage, but he seems to be struggling an awful lot here. Forsooth. Correct. Digression is the longest stage, and the most painful. You must overcome the birth pains to reach transcendence. I wonder if that will be that for Rihito here. I could see it being that, because I don't imagine he's going to be, like, super relevant in the future. I don't imagine him having a ton of opportunities for relevancy. I mean, I guess he could join the next Annihilation tournament, though so could Saw. Oh, he took a hit! Yeah, looks like Rihito took a blow right to the center of his face. What was that, Saw going in for a headbutt? He's bashing him with quick and short blows to the temple. Those motions are so small, they aren't easy to dodge. Oh, now he's taking his distance. Rihito manages to push Saw away with a kick. Fuck, it's happening again. I've been feeling off since the preliminaries. My body won't move like my head wants it to. Oh, Saw goes in for a left hook. Rihito blocks, then goes in for his own left hook. Rihito strikes are whiffing. Saw Peng's not landing his punches either. It's looking like a stalemate. What the fuck is happening? My consciousness and my movements are off beat. They're one beat off. I'm gonna lose if this keeps up. Oh, we got Galang watching. Your techniques are seamless. Your training has paid off, Saw Peng. You used to be as foolhardy as a charging boar. You had a habit of relying on momentum alone. As much as that packed a punch, it made your techniques monotonous. That's why you struggled against technicians. So you decided to start over from the basics. You took a 2-year break from matches to focus on basic training. It almost kind of looks like him doing partial training on a tree. You know, wrapping the rope around it. Oh, I imagine in this case it's just to prevent him from, like, cutting his hand open against a piece of bark or something. But he's tearing up that rope. You practiced and corrected the techniques you'd used hundreds of thousands of times, like you were learning them all over again. There were no shortcuts. These lonely days were, in a way, more rigorous than the matches. Yeah, you cut down this giant fucking tree with your strikes. That's kind of impressive. And those 2 years weren't for nothing. Your strengthened foundation has brought you to a new level. Yes, Saw Peng, you have risen to be an A-tier fighter. Yeah. No, I don't know. Maybe Saw's S-tier now. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell. I don't think he's shown anything, like, insane that would put him up there. But he's definitely much better now. Keep it coming, Rihito. I'll beat you down head on. And the slugfest continues. But now it's looking like Saw Peng's got the upper hand here. Fuck, what the hell is wrong with me? What does Kuroki notice? Ooh, the gears are turning. Something clicks in Rihito's head. Saw throws a jab. Rihito is not there. He throws a punch that hits Saw between the eyes. Bad shit. At last, you've arrived at Transcendence. The Superman. Reaching even higher heights. Okay, good. So the chapter's not ending this week. It's longer for, well, better reasons than just the fight ending. It's longer because we had actual stuff to go over in it. That's good. I like that. I like when your weekly chapters are like, 20 some odd pages. That's a good thing. So Saw has already reached like a higher level. Rihito was struggling to reach that higher level, but now he has reached it, which is good. You could argue maybe this whole issue and development was rushed a little bit because it all happened in one chapter, but I don't really have that much of an issue with it. Kengan does seem to be maybe a little bit faster paced than it was some time ago. Oh well. I'm just glad we're not getting a 2-chapter fight for this one. So yeah, maybe it ends next week. Maybe it goes on for another chapter. I don't know. I could see either, really. I don't think this is like building up to the end of a fight. Though I suppose that's gone for a lot of the other fights as well. No, I'm really just kind of thinking of Saw versus Cosmo. I'm trying to think of how well that led into the end. And I guess Cosmo's hand getting a fracture is pretty significant. So, I don't know. I don't get the vibe yet that we're going to be ending the fight next chapter. Oh, now I know what looks off about Kuroki. We could see his mouth. What the fuck? We could never see his mouth before. The beard has receded? Oh god. This is a... Never mind. 0 out of 10 chapter. This is terrible. My god. Anyway, that's all for this week's reaction. If you enjoyed, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads. I do Kengan Omega chapter reactions every week that we get a new chapter. If you enjoyed discussing Kengan Omega with other people, or you just enjoy the content I produce in this channel, I highly suggest check out my Discord server. I have a link to that down in the description. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys around. Take care.